to Loke Johansson. Johansson off to Dylan Gill. And here goes Vincent Collard through center. He'll play it around the boards, right to Hunter St. Martin. Game winner late against Rimouski to open up this tournament for Hunter St. Martin. As he'll come the Tigers through center. This is snapped in by Bryce Pickford. And a pair of goals in the opener to extend his goal streak to 9. Here's Kate Ledstrom back to the lineup tonight. Making his Memorial Cup debut is a shot from Hunter St. Martin to third side. As Gabe Smith goes in behind the net, looks in front for a moment. Then St. Martin couldn't knock it down.
There's a good example of what job tracking back and transitioning this puck back into the Moncton zone.
Here's Jonas Wu. Back there with Bryce Pickford. Wu starts ahead. Brother Jet was a long-time Western Hockey League defenseman. Pretty good one at that. As it's controlled by Caden Lindstrom. Passes off. Wu with a shot. He hit the goal post. Still waiting our first shot in this game and our first stoppage. We got a goal post before all of it. Rousseau stops it behind the net. Down to Klein. McCarthy off the boards. Looks it over to Silk. Now McKinnon with it. Dylan McKinnon through center. He'll play that in deep. Comes back around Ritchie. Playing up the center ice. Here goes McKinnon with speed. McKinnon with a shot that goes wide. Looks in front. And they score! Ryder Ritchie!
Shot as well.
Moncton, little backhand. That's friendly fire right into
What you did against London, chances are you get a better result more often than not.
Pickford plays this around the boards. Gill wins contact as it goes back for Jonas Wu. Long-range shifter is blocked by Etienne Morin. There's Matthew Ward. There's a stiff hit from Preston Lounsbury. There's Ward. Plays it right back to the point. Now one-timer for Bryce Pickford.
24 NHL entry draft.
Off the face-off. Tigers control. Jonas Wu goes into the corner. Takes some contact from Dylan McKinnon. And he's almost loose in front for a moment. Now it is picked up by St. Martin. Played to the line, and Pickford's got to go back out to center as he shoots it in.
And we talked to Willie Desjardins before the game about Bryce Pickford and his offensive production this year, and he said he logs massive hours at the arena. He's there early in the morning, and he doesn't leave till the mid-afternoon. They have to tell him to leave. He's there so often.
There's Vincent Collard. Takes a hard hit from Jonas Wu along the boards. As it's poked up the wing, Loke Johansson. Long-range shot. That's blocked in front. Desnoyers off the boards to Dylan Gill. Right across. Johansson with a shot. That's knocked out in front. Uri Pickard knocks the puck loose. Picks it up in the corner. Pickard tied up by Weissblatt. Now Desnoyers goes down. Penalty upcoming. Here's Pickard. Back for Desnoyers. Right back to Pickard off his foot. Yes, he'll get it again for Vinicek. Over to the far side. That just missed Desnoyers. Now Dylan Gill for Vinicek. Back across. Pickard again looks on the back door. Can't connect with Smith. And the Wildcats will duck out to center ice. And Dylan Gill. Morin throws it back for Vinicek. Weaving it over the line. That's poked away from Desnoyers by Pickford. And the Tigers throw it down the ice. Here's Collard. Stopped at the line, though, by Volotovsky and Wu. Jonas Wu picks it up. Here goes the defenseman. It's broken up. Now McKinnon with it. Up to Mercier. He'll backhand this one in off the glass. as it comes around for Jonas Wu.
Boy, those two guys, Lindstrom and Basha, they get skating towards you. Those are two guys with pro skating strides that are really powerful moving up the ice.
Here's Fortier Gendron. Looks up the wing. A good read by Matthew Ward to cut that pass off. There's Volotovsky. Back along the boards. Jonas Wu. Backhands it down the wing. Battle for it off the boards. Gabe Smith rolling puck. Gets it over to Logan Crosby. He'll drop that to center as Smith gets sat down. Took a run there at Jonas Wu and got the worst of it.
Puck on the blue line.
Moncton at center ice. They give it away. Here goes Gavin McKenna. Tries to drop it back, but it goes right to Cote. Off the boards, 9 out. Jonas Wu, the long shot. That's stopped by Rousseau. And the rebound is handled by Vidicek as he throws it out to center. And Jonas Wu takes it over to the far wing. Weissblatt is tied up. Wu gets back for it. Spots Gavin McKenna. Lost the handle on it. And now Gabe Smith goes the other way. Smith tried to throw it out in front, bouncing around. This goes back over to the hash marks for Smith. Now Gill with a quick one-touch shot. That's stopped off the rebound, too, from Maxime Cote in front. As Gabe Smith into the corner. He's harassed by Weissblatt. As Jonas Wu kicks it up the wing. And the Tigers push it to center. Pass save made by Baptiste Rousseau. As the Wildcats skated to center and chip it in right to Muhanen. They'll angle that out to center for Dylan Gill. Now here goes Denvoyer. Snaps it right over to Souf. No shot though as Weissblatt defers to St. Martin. He'll peel back the chain.
There's a nice little back check by Hunter St. Martin. Quick little pick of the stick, grabs the puck and sends it the other way.
Puck controlled through center by Smith. Planted to the boards by Wu. Smith's got it again in the corner this time. Jonas Wu all over him. As Smith tries to bring it back to the blue line. He's forced all the way up through center. Ryder Ritchie settles it down and hands off to Van Mulligan. Directed by McKenna right over to Ritchie. Ryder Ritchie drops it off. Weissblatt. One-time try for McKenna. But there's a swing and a miss. There's a centering feed. Goes back for Pickford. He'll drip that one wide.
That's not the guy that Moncton wants to see have the puck in that spot. He has been red hot. 2 goals last game for him.
And then, well, it can be hard to find.
There's only one per year.
Deep into the Medicine Hat zone we go. It's picked up by Wu. We got CHL Goaltender of the Year covered. We also got OHL Goal of the Week covered with you. So we're well on our way to having all the major milestones here on our broadcast.
Can you tell which player was more consistent?
Not Goal of the Year, Goal of the Week.
Yes.
Down the wing, drops it off. Chance incoming for Vaisinen as it stays out. And back the other way. McCarthy 2-on-1 with Denvoyer. Can't get the pass over. That's broken up by Bryce Pickford. Now McCarthy knocked down by Ryder Ritchie. Back along the board, Julius Soult had Denvoyer out in front, but can't find him with a pass. Hot start to the first minute of play in the second period. As this is swatted out of the air by Etienne Morin. Julius Soult back the other way, passes over McCarthy. Can't get that through to the net. That was blocked by Jonas Wu. Now here goes McKenna drifting over the line. McKenna! First power play of the evening for Medicine Hat. They will set it up with Gavin McKenna right up the middle. Off to Pickford, tries the shot. Down in front. There's Leah Brock. Back up top, McKenna. Lifting in, tries a shot. That's deflected high
Into the net, puck goes out of play.
Here's Tanner Molendyk. Off to Pickford with a wrister. That one caught a piece of his stick in front. Might have been Rousseau's. Back over to Pickford. Off on the doorstep for Rocky. Can't put it home. As Rousseau makes the save and the Wildcats clear it out. That was Liam Rock right on the doorstep. Doesn't play much 5-on-5, but he led all Western Hockey League rookies in goal scoring this year with 25.
And a 17-year-old who plays on this first power play unit that's loaded with talent.
Here's Gavin McKenna. Cross ice. Pickford with a shot right on the money. Rousseau makes the save. Now around it goes. McKenna from Molendyk. Off to Pickford with a wrister. That's caught by...
Also going to disguise a pass to the back door. The first one he walks in. This is how he scores a lot of his goals. Looks for the far side. It stays out. Now you've established the shot. What do? Try for the pass on the back door. Liam Ruck's just trying to deflect this into the net. Tries to get a...
McKenna off to Weissblatt. He's got 4 assists now in this tournament. As Bryce Pickford, crafty move to the inside. Back to the line. Woo, one-timer from McKenna. That's stopped by Rousseau. And the Wildcats clear it out off the glass.
Gavin McKenna, he always wants the puck. He's always ready for the puck. As that whole play developed, he tapped his stick. He was ready for it, took the shot. No issues pulling the trigger.
Madison had out through center. Here goes Ender Basha. Bunch of speed as he threw it out in front. Settled down by Sumpf. Cut off by Pickford. Right back to center for Basha. And just offside is Hunter Seaton. Face-off controlled by Moncton. There's Newton. She'll buck it back for Jonas Wu. Bryce Pickford overskated it. Matthew Ward controls it. Rolls it right into Rousseau. Quickly off on the wing. Chipped down the ice by Lounsbury. Pickford passing off. Collected by Newtons. Feeds it over. Shot it coming for Ward. Distracted through Dylan McKinnon, who's got it. We got a delayed penalty upcoming. It's 6 shots on their first try. Did not score as they win the face-off right away. Here's Gavin McKenna. Long-range shot. Rousseau had trouble seeing that, but it went wide. Pickford off the wing. Liam Rock down low. Throws it around. Molendyk. Back up high. McKenna at the point. Molendyk on the wing. Out in front. They score! Puck is in the net.
It's going to work this time. Gardner McDougall saying have a look at it. But watch Ruck. He's just trying to use his body as a backboard, but he kicks the puck with his left leg. That's probably going to be coming back, because that looks like a pretty distinct...
On the ice is no goal for kicking the puck in the net.
Yeah, so the kick stands as no goal.
All right, that's enough of the rule book for now. We'll open it again if we need to later on this tournament.
Good idea.
Here goes Gavin McKenna. As we are back on a Tiger power play. Pickford with his shot. That's turned aside by Rousseau. Now Vidicek out to center. And he's offside. Here goes Andrew Basha. Turns it around. Weissblatt back to Basha. Basha out in front. Wanted Pickford. That just missed. Now Jonas Wu sends that in front. That's blocked. Fortier Gendron. Ahead to center. Cruising in. Fortier Gendron drops it off. Smith with a shot.
Touches the puck. No rebound.
Saves like that. Harrison Medigator, Western Hockey League playoff MVP honors this year. There's Loke Johansson. Bobbles it, but will recover. As the Tigers go back into their own zone, the Wildcats that. Always cool to see some of the traditions that these teams bring to this tournament every year. Western Tigers bringing them something reliable home as Hunter St. Martin picks this up, directs it to center. as it's played up the boards by Baptiste Rousseau. Caden Lindstrom is there. He'll swing it back to the line. Bryce Pickford off the Basha. Long range shot. That's knocked down in front by Rousseau. That was dangerous. The Tigers off the boards, taken away by Fortier-Jean. Draw poked out to center. Here goes Alex Mercier turning on the Jets. Mercier can't handle it. As he was knocked off balance by Pickford. And back the other way we go. Almost got into a Memorial Cup final, but lost in 1940 to the Oshawa Generals. As the Medicine Hat Tigers come ahead through center ice. This is dropped off out in front. It goes all the way to the corner for Loki Johansson. Now Dylan McKinnon throws a big hit behind the net. It's Caden Lindstrom. It comes up the wing for Jonas Wu. He'll just angle that off the boards right behind the net. Loki Johansson is there. And the puck comes out to center ice. Tristan Lounsbury takes a knock from Jonas Wu. Now Strick trying to hunt it down. Puck is picked up by Pickford. And here go the Tigers, 3-on-2 to center. St. Martin, not a whole lot of space. Passes off McKenna with a shot. And Rousseau. Here come the Wildcats. Gabe Smith up the middle. Can't get the shot off. The Roman penalty. From the line, there's a shot right off the blocker of Madigan play. Gill, pass across for Vidicek. On the boards, Bison it. Throws it all the way around. And Rousseau is out to stop it. Gill drops it off for Soup. Over the line, looks for Smith.
The Moncton Wildcats are within one.
31 seconds in. That is a huge goal for the Wildcats. As here go the Tigers back on the attack. Is thrown down the wing by Nedway. Picked up by Makarchik. Here he goes. Good stick by Pickford. Knocks that away. Side of the net. Lindstrom settles it down. Sharp pass ahead for Basha. Dylan Gill. And Gill catches up and knocks him off the puck. As this is rifled down the ice. Mercier trying to beat up the ice. He does. Is picked up though by Jonas Wu. And here go the Tigers. Into the attacking zone. Lindstrom shot off a body. Conte. Back to center. Reeled in by Pickford. Lindstrom looking off the Basha. To the net. That's knocked away. Play back up the boards. Stolen by Lindstrom. Backhand that in off the glass. The Tigers are
Defenseman to turn and beat the defenseman there. Doesn't do that, sends it over the net. Madigan covers up.
There's Lounsbury looking over to Soup. Follows in the footsteps of Draisaitl here at the Memorial Conference. There's a long shot from Gill. It's stopped by Harrison Madigan. And the Tigers will pick it up. Jonas Wu. Looks to McKenna, but that's off the mark, and this one will go the length of the...
As they're going to throw some more pucks at Harrison Madigan, and here's a shot that Madigan has to battle through a moving screen from Vincent Collard, and anytime a forward's going to the net, that means the defenseman's going to the net, so there's two bodies that Madigan has to negotiate, just catches it at the last.
Lindstrom off the face-off from Medicine Hat, wins it back. Gavin McKenna throws it to center ice. Tracking is Moran. Played over to Mercier. Now Vidicek. Gives it right to Pickford. Jonas Wu with it now. Tracking through center ice for tying. Though they do need a win. There's no consolation for losing in overtime. It's either 2 points or 0 points. All the same. Here goes Jonas Wu back into the Medicine Hat zone. They play it to center. Dylan Gill shoots it in. Goes around the boards. It's played by Andrew Basha. We'll start start accelerating towards center ice. In on might make for some good contact. This shot is rocking it off the glass. As here come the Wildcats to center. Etienne Morin. The attacking zone. That's deflected by Pickford. Dangerously toward the net, but just wide. Wildcats back in with Maxime Cote. Pickford throws it around behind the net for Wu. Ward. Cross ice off the boards. And his feet from his mom, Susan Humphries, a former Olympic figure skater back in 1994. As this puck is cleared all the way down the ice. We got the feet from mom and the hands from dad, Blair, who was a longtime Western Hockey League player and played at the University of Alberta. Rock plays it around. Molendijk. Go to center. Molendijk is there. Into the Moncton zone we go. Loki Johansson out in front. This is picked up by Julius Sumpf. The center. He'll pass it across. Cote working in. All by himself, killing off valuable time. Now he'll shoot it all the way back out down the ice.
What you are doing as a team.
Right off the face-off. This draw goes all the way back to the Medicine Hat zone. Here's Bryce Pickford. Snaps it right to Matthew Ward. Taken away though by Mercier. Given right back. Newton's on the back here. Down low it goes. Under that center down front. Volotovsky's there, but he's tied up. Directed back to the corner. Dylan Gill. Pressure from Newtons. The puck comes loose. Etienne Morin gets over to it. All the way out through center ice. Jonas Wu back to scoop it up. Dodging the forecheck of Mercier. He'll get it off to Ritchie. Sumpf. It's right in there. Passes off to Desnoyers. He falls down as Pickford directs it over to Wu. St. Martin versus Vidicek off the face-off. And Lindstrom got a high stick. And that is going to kill in the Canadian Hockey League. We'll have to come through again here for Moncton as the Tigers are 1 for 3 tonight. Here goes Vidicek. Into the corner. Molendijk is there. Pickford leads in on Vidicek. He's taken away. As Molendijk feeds it ahead for Gavin McKenna. The backhander across. Molendijk puts it just wide. Looking blocker side on Rousseau. From the line, Molendijk. Down low, St. Martin. And ripped all the way back down the ice as Manigan pushes it aside. Here goes Jonas Wu. Curls it back for Weissblatt. Through center, off to McKenna. Weissblatt to the corner. Works that around for Ritchie. Taken away by Sumpf, and he'll deposit it back down the ice. Really nice. The Wildcats forced to reset. Pickard shoots it in. Manigan out to play it. Cuts it off. Right back around the glass. But we got a penalty. Short-handed goals in the regular season. One in the playoffs. They need another here at the Memorial Cup as Lindstrom out in front. St. Martin is there. Can't get the shot off. Pickford over to Basha. On the line. Over to Jonas Wu. Right up the middle. The shot. That's high. Pickford. Stolen away. Vidicek out to center. Doesn't get far. Here goes Hunter St. Martin. Back the other way. Drops off. Lindstrom tries the shot. He fanned on it. Now again in front of the net. Andrew Basha. Turns around in the slot with Lister. That's off the end boards. St. Martin centers again. Gets through for Basha. Lindstrom. Tries to drive out.